It's the details with him. Everything is in the details. If you're not paying attention to every detail in a Nightwish song, you're missing out on pure art.
Son of a.
Son of a.
Son of a. Son of a. Son of a.
Son of a.
Son of a.
Are you
serious?
Are you serious?
All right, Nightwish Army, we are on day 28, and I can't believe we are 4 weeks in out of 50 days. So we're over halfway, and I didn't even realize it the last 3 times that we've done this. So today we are going to react to Floor, and we are going to the Wacken, I think I'm saying that right, the Wacken concert tour, and we are diving into Romanticide. Now, Romanticide has a very special place in my heart because it is the absolute first Nightwish song I've ever heard, reacted to, everything. And so everyone said that I picked the wrong one. It was the official one, and that the live version is the one to go to. So that's what we're doing today. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, like, follow, because you're going to get to see the rest of my journey of these 50 straight days of 50 Nightwish songs.
All right then, guys and ladies. Now, we're keeping up with the tradition of the band because we're shooting a live DVD out of this one. So, it's time also for the open letter. I might show a little bit of bad taste with this, but I'll do it anyway. So, this is how it goes. Dear, insert wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever. I know it's our anniversary, and you've been working in the kitchen for 3 hours, making us a really fine meal. I think it was coco bean. But...
Okay, so I don't know what Coco Ben is, so please tell me in the comments.
No, since we're in Germany, I've gone to find myself some currywurst. I love sausages. That's romantic.
I'm not even going to pretend to say currywurst. I have no idea what that is. Let me know that in the comments. Now, I do know some traditional, I guess, to me, but they're Dutch dishes from Europe, and it's what my Paka and Beppa served, and none of that even sounds remotely close to that. I don't know. So, like kuka, I don't know if you know what kuka is, a coffee cake. Oh, I'm like salivating just thinking about my Beppa's kuka straight out of the oven with that honey glaze on it, melted butter. Oh, all right. Thanks, Marco. You got me salivating before we even start the video.
Myself some currywurst. I love sausages. That's romanticide.
First time I listened to this, I was blown away by the instrumental and her high pitch going at it just to get the crowd pumped up. I wasn't paying attention to the lyrics at all throughout the entire video. And now that I am a fan and hopefully going to be welcome into the army, I've heard that I've got to do a little bit more work. And so I'm putting in that effort. Hopefully the application gets in and I get approved. But as I'm paying attention to these lyrics, good Lord, talk about a failed marriage, a failed relationship, just slapping you in the face. God love and rest my soul. What a opening statement. And then it goes to I don't know what an eider is, but it sounds like eider or elder, because elder seems like a church thing or an old person. But covered in oil, and then ending on the double face carnivore, which to me, if you're covering something in oil, you're about to burn it or cook it, which is going to draw in all the wildlife or anything that wants to eat meat. And double faced. I hope my ex-wife doesn't see this video, but we're not going to connect those dots for you. It's amazing how when you listen to Nightwish and you're blown away by the instrumentals and the loud, I guess the big bright flashes on the screen, you're not trained your ears to listen to the words. And so tell me why like the no heart to cry, you're a heartless. Oh, good God, that's so good. And then what was the last thing she said? Something about her heart and soul for sale. It's like I'm empty. I've got this void. It's been ripped out of me. And I just connect to this so much. And it's just because I'm paying attention. If I would have paid attention 2 months ago, where would my journey have gone? Tuomas, you did it a frick again. Like it just clicked. When you have "aside" at the end of a word, it is the word you're not supposed to say on YouTube. But then when you have "romanticide," this is the death of romance. I mean, cease to tell me how I feel. How many relationships has there been in which one party is telling the other party, one, that you're wrong, you should feel this way, this is how I feel, and your lies are killing me? And just the freaking title of the song, how do I read it and see it in the comments so many times and not flip the switch of what it means until now? Power, so much power in just the name of the freaking song. I absolutely love the way that Tuomas is playing that last. That right there, it's like he's already got it going, but it's just on the keyboard. It's the details with him. Everything is in the details. If you're not paying attention to every detail in a Nightwish song, you're missing out on pure art. How can you not go back and watch that again? Oh my gosh. Okay, I got to get my heart rate down. That is so badass. And while I'm calming down, like just the words of heart turning to stone and love letters burning and romance is lost. Trying to survive your stupidity. Oh my gosh. I thought the growling that she did yesterday set me off. And it's like you forget your first floorgasm when you're in between them, and then all of a sudden you feel your next one. And whew, all right, I think we're ready. You guys ready? I never really understood why in the comments of the last 35 plus videos, because I did some Nightwish before this journey, everyone was saying when you do a live concert, nothing is really like Whackin'. And then people would come in and talk about some of the other ones, and I get it. I've had bits and pieces from all of them now, but for some reason I never ended up on this concert series. But as someone whose first complaint ever with Nightwish was the lack of pictures of the band, quality images, this is so clear and crisp and oh man, just the visuals alone. But I've been blown away by Nightwish before, but I've never felt my heart race. I've never felt the emotion of a life experience come to the screaming, the floorgasm, and it wasn't screaming on their end, it was screaming from internal. It was parts of life that I've shoved back and for not necessarily forgotten, but never wanted to visit again. But the way that it was revisited in this song was almost therapeutic because it wasn't negative, but I remember being numb. I remember feeling heartless and that my heart was turned to stone and people telling me how to feel. I remember trying to survive stupidity and love letters lost and that romance was dead. And that's truly what it comes down to. Romance is dead. That has got to be the most perfect song title in the collection. What is a better song title in their collection? If there's one better that I'm not saying The best song ever. I'm not saying the best song in there because that's between you and the band and your life's journey and your emotions. But if you remove emotions, remove the quality of everything that they just did, what song title best describes the full song than Romanticide? Put that in the comments. I'll see you guys tomorrow.